The Book of the Dead. Rediscovery, legacy, and the human quest for eternity. Centuries passed. The tombs of Egypt fell silent, their secrets sealed beneath sand and stone. The world changed. Empires rose and fell, languages faded, and the meaning of the hieroglyphs was lost. The Book of the Dead, once a passport to eternity, became a mystery. Its spells were unread, its images misunderstood. But the story was not over. The modern age, the scrolls would awaken once more, and their ancient voices would speak again. Chapter 1: The Rediscovery. From Tomb to Museum. The first European travelers to Egypt in the 17th and 18th centuries were dazzled by the ruins of Thebes, Luxor, and the Valley of the Kings. They saw strange papyri in the hands of local diggers, scrolls covered in birds, eyes, and gods. Some were sold as curiosities, others as magical charms. Few understood their true significance. It was not until the 19th century, with the decipherment of hieroglyphs by Jean-François Champollion, that the Book of the Dead began to yield its secrets. Scholars realized that these papyri were not mere decorations, but sacred texts, manuals for the afterlife, written for priests, artisans, and even children. The most famous of these is the Papyrus of Ani, acquired by the British Museum in 1888, over 78 feet long. It is a masterpiece of calligraphy and illustration, a window into the beliefs and artistry of the New Kingdom. Other scrolls, like the Papyrus of Hunefer and the Greenfield Papyrus, soon followed, each adding new spells, new images, and new mysteries. Chapter 2: The Egyptologists. Deciphering the Afterlife. The study of the Book of the Dead became a cornerstone of Egyptology. Early scholars like Carl Richard Lepsius and Eovalus Budge published the first translations, cataloging hundreds of spells and comparing versions from different tombs. Their work was painstaking. Each scroll was unique, each scribe had his own style, and the language itself was dense with metaphor and allusion. Modern Egyptologists have built on this foundation using new technologies such as infrared imaging, digital reconstruction, and linguistic analysis to read even the most damaged papyri. They have mapped the evolution of the text, tracing its roots to the pyramid texts and coffin texts, and charted its spread across Egypt and beyond. Yet many mysteries remain. Some spells are still only partially understood, and others hint at lost rituals or forgotten gods. The Book of the Dead is not a closed book, but a living field of research, with its secrets still unfolding. Chapter 3: The Book's Legacy. Influence and Inspiration. The impact of the Book of the Dead extends far beyond the sands of Egypt. Its vision of the afterlife, journey, a judgment, and a paradise, has echoes in later religions and philosophies. The idea of a soul weighed and judged and of a paradise for the righteous appears in Greek, Roman, and even Christian thought. Artists and writers have drawn inspiration from its imagery, such as the weighing of the heart, the solar bark, and the fields of reeds. Its spells have been quoted in poetry, and its gods reimagined in novels and films. The Book of the Dead has become a symbol of mystery, magic, and the eternal quest for meaning. In Egypt itself, the book remains a source of national pride and fascination. Museums display its scrolls with reverence, scholars debate its meanings, and children learn its stories. It is a bridge between past and present, a testament to the enduring power of the written word. Chapter 4: Modern Understanding. Science, Spirituality, and the Human Condition. What does the Book of the Dead tell us about the people who wrote it and about ourselves? First, it reveals a civilization obsessed not with death, but with life. The Egyptians did not fear the end. They prepared for it, celebrated it, and sought to master it. Their funerary texts are not grim, but hopeful, filled with images of rebirth, reunion, and joy. Second, the book is a monument to the power of language and art. The Egyptians believed that words could shape reality, and that images could protect and transform. Their scrolls are not just records but tools, living instruments of magic and faith. Third, the Book of the Dead is a mirror of the human condition. Its spells speak of fear and hope, guilt and innocence, love and loss. Its vision of judgment is both cosmic and personal. Every soul must answer for its deeds, and every heart must be weighed. Yet, Its promise is universal. With knowledge, courage, and truth, anyone can find their way to paradise. Chapter 5. Ongoing Mysteries. What we still don't know. Despite centuries of study, the Book of the Dead still holds secrets. Some spells refer to rituals we cannot reconstruct, or gods whose names are lost. The order of spells varies wildly, and some scrolls include unique prayers or local traditions. Is there a correct version, or was the book always a living, evolving text? New discoveries continue to reshape our understanding. In 2021, archaeologists uncovered a 13-foot papyrus in Saqqara, inscribed with spells never seen before. Each find adds a new thread to the tapestry, reminding us that the story of the Book of the Dead is far from finished. Epilogue. The Eternal Scroll. Today, the Book of the Dead is more than an artifact. It is a dialogue across millennia, a conversation between the living and the dead, the ancient and the modern. Its spells, once whispered in the darkness of tombs, now echo in the halls of museums and the pages of books. For the Egyptians, the book was a guide to eternity. For us, it is a guide to understanding of a civilization, of the power of belief, and of the universal human longing to transcend death. As we close the scroll, we are left with a final image. A soul, justified and radiant, steps into the light of the field of reeds. The journey is complete, and the story endures. It is written not just on papyrus, but in the fabric of human imagination. The Book of the Dead, in all its mystery and majesty, remains one of humanity's greatest testaments to the search for meaning beyond the grave.